10 games. It's watched by John Champion.
Two heavyweights collide, pretenders both to the Barclaycard Premiership crown. Robbie Fowler is back for Liverpool and wears the captain's armband. Vladimir Smica starts in the league for the first time this season, and Gary McAllister faces the club with which he won the title 9 years ago. Dominic Matteo returns to the Leeds defence against his former colleagues. He used to be Robbie Fowler's roommate. Decor is preferred to Batty, and Harry Kewell, with 4 goals in his last 4 games, is very much in form. In charge of proceedings, as he was for this fixture last season, is Alan Wiley. The sun breaking through over Anfield as morning gives way to afternoon. Leeds in all white, playing from the left. They did the double over Liverpool last season, a classic 4-3 win at Elland Road, and 2-1 here when Steven Gerrard was sent off. He's back from suspension for Liverpool today. Both backtracking. There's Gerrard. Good play to get away from Kewell and from Harte, and it flicked off Matteo's head and Mills has to clear. Early alarm for Leeds United. Stemming from an inspired piece of play on the right flank by Steven Gerrard. Seems to be talking to himself. Decor, Baka, chance for a shot which is well hit. So a good goal scoring run at the moment, the Norwegian Baka. 3 in his last 4 games. Bowyer. Huge amount of space for Robbie Keane. Liverpool just stood off him a little. Here's Kewell. Carragher is sticking well to him at the moment, as he has to now. And that's a corner. Both centre-backs are up, Ferdinand and Matteo. Kewell at the near post. Harte with it. And Baka a little surprised it got to him. Ferdinand hands the cross up nicely. And here's Harry Kewell, and it's deflected and it's in! McAllister couldn't get rid of the ball far enough. And Harry Kewell with his 5th goal in 5 games. The makeshift right winger, Ferdinand, did all that could have been asked of him. McAllister didn't get distance on the clearance, and it was McAllister that the ball hit on the way into the net. One of the current Leeds stars scores with the help of a deflection off the limb of a former Leeds hero. Kewell. Viduka's made a determined run through the middle this time. And Kewell's limping. Carragher and Murphy were detailed to track back with him. And Mills thought about putting the ball out of play. Gerrard switched off and then he started to play on. And Gerrard has exacted retribution with a slightly rash tackle. Liverpool claiming that it was fairly unsporting of Mills to pretend to put the ball out in the first place. This was how Kewell was injured. It was Carragher's tackle. And then that was Gerrard's answer to Mills making something of a fool of him. A controversially given free kick, taken by Harte. Straight into Reese's face in the wall, and then Baka's shot high and wide. And there's the object of the cop's anger. cathedral-like hush descending over Anfield for the moment. Here's Murphy. Now Lippmann trying to raise the noise level to a crescendo. Liverpool should certainly be a little more inventive around the edge of the penalty area with Lippmann out there in the second half. Liverpool suddenly looking short of strikers. Heskey off with an ankle injury, Owen still hamstrung, and Kenny Dalglish sadly now 50 and therefore unavailable. Keane. Nice trickery, good cross. Lee Bowyer leapt well, seemed to hang in the air. Fowler. Ferdinand and Harte. Here's Gerard. Lippmann. Liverpool dominating possession. There's Fowler. Matteo's header out, only as far as Smica. Fowler. Risa. Gerard Houllier is usually a prominent figure down on the Liverpool bench, but at this stage it seems that Phil Thompson is directing operations. Herte. Gerard. Fowler. Stood off him, tried the shot! Oh, wonderful effort! Murphy scores! All the credit to Robbie Fowler though! Fantastic touch by the centre forward. The lob against the bar, and Murphy's nod of approval to draw Liverpool level. Just a little bit of space encouraged Fowler to have a go. Martin well beaten, and Liverpool really deserved the equalising goal. It'll say Murphy in the papers, but really Fowler gets more than just an assist for that. 1-1, game on. That goal had really been coming. Here's Robbie Keane though, and he's away from Harte, and Dudek managed to get his body in the way. Keane is saying that he was tugged back and it should have been a penalty. This game really exploding into life. Picked out so well by Decor, and yes, Harte did seem to get a piece of him. Harte's kick, McAllister's header. Fowler. Lippmann. Liverpool marauding forward in the centre if Lippmann can release the ball. Leeds looking far from calm. Being hassled and harried for every ball. And Smica's got it thanks to Gerard's efforts. 2-3 at the back post. Only a corner. Liverpool rampant. And the Kop sensing a second goal. Herte forward. McAllister. Herte. Comfortably within Nigel Martin's reach. And now the counter-attack could be on with Cure. One of these threatening runs may end with a familiar left-foot shot. All that was missing was the bulging of the net. Phil Thompson barking out the orders, and news just reaching us that Gerard Houllier has been taken to hospital complaining of chest pains in the course of this second half. We're told he was still talking as he left the ground, but obviously that's a matter of deep concern. Swung in for Viduka. Good header. Bowyer! On such marginal moments, a game's won and lost, and maybe in this case only drawn. He was expecting a winner. Very little ever separates these teams, and today nothing at all does. Liverpool as inspired for parts of the second half as they were insipid in the first. Kewell's goal cancelled out by Danny Murphy after wonderful work by Robbie Fowler. But now the concern for the Liverpool camp as they return to the dressing room to learn the news that their manager Gerard Houllier has been taken to hospital suffering from chest pains. Concern for his health will be the overriding thought as these two teams go off having drawn 1 goal each.
First of all, David, news about Gerard Houllier being taken to hospital with chest pains. Not very good.
It's not good, and funny enough, we were having a laugh before the game, and he was saying about, you know, you're not looking too bad, and you know, we're talking about ages, and he said, I tell you, Dave, this job is not good for your health, you know, and that way laughing.
At half time, gave his team instructions. He was standing there, and then he felt very uncomfortable. He felt his chest tighten slightly, and he went straight into the treatment room to see the doctor. We were very concerned about it. The players didn't know what was going on.
Today was a massive game in everybody's eyes, but it just pales into insignificance really, because, you know, manager's health and a person's health is a lot more important than 3 points in the Premiership.
Indeed it is, and the news on Gerard Houllier is that his condition is stable. He's awaiting results of tests, but he will not be travelling with the team to Kiev tomorrow for the Champions League match on Tuesday. Right, the match, Terry, what was your view of that game today?
I thought it was a tough contest, and I thought Leeds did well in the first half and Liverpool was much better. When Littman had come on at half-time, he linked the team together from the back to the middle to the front, and I thought he made a big difference.
You've had a close look at how the defences conceded both goals. I suppose there are defensive frailties when goals are conceded all the time, aren't there? But you've spotted it.
We've got Leeds, if there's 4 players in there, and Liverpool, they've got their 4, they look fine. 2 players go forward, and Eski gets caught under the ball, and Bakker and Ferdinand just back off, and that's a few times they get caught on that back post, and really they get a second chance, and the same thing happens again. On the far top side of your picture, McAllister gets sucked into the centre of the field, the ball gets played over the top, another far post ball, and he makes an ash of it, which gives Kewell just enough time to have a crack at the goal with the help of 2 deflections. Here you see the ball getting knocked in by Gerard to Fowler, and really Matteo should have a bite on that first touch. He doesn't, in fact he backs off, and then when he goes forward the damage is done. He hasn't got the time to do anything about it. Beautiful chip. Harte's half asleep, but lucky for Liverpool, Murphy wasn't.
Now just clear up the penalty, a potential penalty incident for us. Keane was involved and it looked as though he was pulled back.
Well, it did. What happened, the ball broke to Decor, and he makes a good spin run there. You can see Keane, beautifully played, right between the 2 red shirts, and there looks a little bit of contact. He still has a great chance, and he doesn't finish it off. And he complains he pulls his shirt, and from this angle you can see, now, Harte is the wrong side. He gets his arm across him, but doesn't seem to pull his shirt. It just seems to slide off, knocks him slightly off.
Unbalanced him, didn't he?
Unbalanced him a little, but he still gets a very, very good chance. The referee decides to say, well, you know, play on, we're going to give you the advantage, but he didn't take it.
No, he thought he was going to score.
I think
that's why.
I think what Keane would have done there, but when like all good strikers, if he got a chance of scoring himself, he'll have a go.
Yeah, if he'd fallen down, he probably would have got the penalty.
Absolutely.
What about Bowyer today? You've spotted how far he ran in the match.
Well, our Pro Zone tells us that he ran a kilometre, and you know, that's a long way, more than the second place player, more than anyone else on the field. And he featured in this situation. He will see Kewell run 60 yards unopposed. He's got all the freedom, he cruises, he looks what he wants to do. Now, if we hold it there, we can see that if Harte goes where he wants to go, which is directly back, and Viduka makes a straight run with him, he can't get that ball. Because he makes a terrific angled run, he makes a big hole there, and it's a lot easier to drop that ball in. He just cushions it down from Bowyer, who comes from the middle of the field, and Bowyer should have done a lot better than that.
You can't believe he's run 12 kilometres and found time to play football as well.